MetaFi here, the platform with the world's best players in your favorite games. Absorbing the knowledge and skill of our experts is easier than ever with bulk discounted lesson plans, flexible replay reviews, and new group classes. So what are you waiting for? Book your session at metafi.gg. Oh, you were waiting for the video to end. That's very polite.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ESA Season 4, where we're currently playing the group stages, Group A, where it will be MvG versus Kodak. Unfortunately, one player is already leaving, so there seems to be a little issue there, but I'm not quite sure what is going on there. And let me actually just switch to the right screen. I'm sorry. There you go. So unfortunately, one player has left, but I assume the player will return in time. The first operator ban is coming out from Team Blue, which in this case is, let me quickly check, which is MvG UK. In this case, they are banning the Thatcher. Thatcher is no longer as necessary to ban, as there is the secondary impact EMP nade available on various attackers these times. But for some reason, they're still deciding to ban Thatcher. The same we can say about Finka. Finka also, she has had a kind of a nerf, as her LMG has a bit more recoil these days. And also the nades aren't effective as they used to be. They're still hella effective, but just a little bit less than they used to be. So that's the first attacker ban coming from Team Kodak. The second operator ban, or actually the first defender ban, will also be coming from Team Kodak, which in this case is Mira. Mira, basically a strong operator in any map, in any situation, can be played in countless of ways, and it can be very strong and very difficult to play against. So for that reason, I can also imagine her being banned. The last operator ban is Azami. Azami, of course, a pretty new operator, but at the same time also pretty strong. Her gadget can be used to create all kinds of cover, which can be used against the enemy. Let me just do one quick thing, because for the last few times I actually had some issues with my game audio being behind. So just in advance, let me quickly do this to make sure it won't happen.
Defenders, protect your
Okay, so we're now
bombs
going to start with
by
this first
attackers.
round, where it will be Team MvG UK on the defense. And, oh.
Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
Okay, well, apparently there was one issue with one of the players. I should actually have been pausing the match. But luckily the players don't mind too much, and we'll just decide to continue this game. So we'll now see it's Team Kodak on the attack, MvG UK on the defense. And we'll see how this first round will go. So the attackers are now trying to make their way towards the building, looking for a first way in, or where they will be able to start contesting the bomb site. Already various attackers on the rappel at the moment, looking for the first bit of information. Also, some droning is already happening, trying to find the first defenders. Perhaps they can actually get a first easy entry frag on it. Twitch already waiting for the mute to actually expose himself. Twitch is currently repelling on the eastern window, the northern eastern window at the balcony. But actually with the information, the Yana is actually already able to find tethers at a very early moment. This is already the first defender taken now, bringing this round to a 3 versus 5 situation, in the advantage of the attacking team, which is Kodak. Meanwhile, at the moment, Paco already using his first ace shot to try to breach and open the red stairs wall. But unfortunately, MvG is placed there, and for that reason, he is currently unable to go for the breach. How are we currently in the terms of defenders? I think every single defender is playing on the top floor. Yes, they are. So at the moment, every single defender is playing upstairs, meaning the attackers will now have some room to play with. There's still the Twitch looking, giving lots of information. Variox trying to go for some shots from below, but unfortunately doesn't connect. He might have done a bit of damage, but still, eventually, no kill, which is unfortunate, but still a nice try of him. Meanwhile, Ace has finally been able to open up the red stairs wall as the Mute Jammer has been taken care of. Echo drones also get spotted. Sophia takes out the first one of them, and also Kodak for the first kill there on Crucio, bringing this round to 2 versus 5 situation. This will be a very difficult round for the MvG players as it's a 2 versus 5 with still 1 minute on the clock, which is a lot of time for the attacking team to work with. Jaeger currently playing here in washrooms, a nice position to contest the bomb site from, but as the first attackers already make their way inside of the bomb site, it will be very difficult for him to remain control, and as he gets found by the Yana, Yana gets a double kill, takes out the remaining 2 defenders, and therefore brings them it brings the first round to the attacking team, which is Kodak. So yeah, like I already said earlier, this is actually a Group A match. Group A has been a very interesting match at the beginning of the group stages. It was doomed as one of the groups that will be the most difficult groups of this whole competition, the Group of Death, it was also called. But luckily, fortunately for some of the teams there, Benelux VIP had decided to disband their team, to leave all ongoing Discord leagues. Which means that Benelux VIP had to give away 2 free wins to, which were to Kodak and Sologenic, which is very fortunate for those 2 teams. In this case, there's only 3 teams remaining in Group A, where currently Kodak is in the lead with 6 points. This is the final match to play. They could add another 3 points in total to that count, which would fix their position in the playoffs. But at the same time, Molotov Gaming and Sologenic each on 3 points, while Molotov Gaming still needs to play 2 matches, including this one, and Sologenic only 1 match. So technically, it is possible for every single team to end with a free, with 6 points in total, where then they will be looking at the round wins to decide which team will in the end proceed to the group stage. So for sure, this match is very difficult, but currently Kodak being in a good position, and especially Sologenic and Molotov Gaming really need to work to secure a spot. So meanwhile, the round has started. The first 30 seconds have already expired. Tethers is currently roaming downstairs and trying to see him. He might find the Yana anytime soon. Yana is currently playing outside on the bakery roof, where also the Jaeger is sneaking up towards the red stairs window from where barriers could be found. But at the same time, also the Jaeger needs to be careful himself, as Yana can easily take him out. A drone gets thrown inside. It would actually be a very good moment for the Jaeger to hop inside, but as the drone did spot the Jaeger, Yana is aware of Jaeger's position. She knows she needs to be very careful. 2 defenders at the moment very close to her, but at the same meanwhile, Paco likely playing on the rooftop hatch. He's playing on the rooftop hatch, finds the Jaeger, takes him out, and meanwhile, this is the moment for Yana to hop inside of the building, still look for Tethers, who's still playing in trains, but then yeah, no, it's Tethers with the headshot, with the secondary SMG on Vario, bringing this round back to equal 4 versus 4. Meanwhile, Ace is trying to go for a bridge on the red stairs wall, where Aina gets a kill on Hotspur. It's now 3 versus 4 situation in the advantage of the attacking team, who is currently in the lead, Team Kodak, bringing this round to 3 versus 4 situation. Ace throwing another Ace charge to further open up the red ball to make rotations a bit more easy, but this means he will only have 1 more hard bridging utility left, which will make it difficult to go for a proper breach. Kodak with a kill there on Josh, but Tethers with a very nice double kill on both Paco and Xasti, bringing this round to back to an equal 2 versus 2 score, or man count I should say, with Mutes currently playing on the white set area, and Crucio with a very nice deployable shield in the freezer in the bar back store, from where he will be able to contest the website quite well. Indeed, he's aware that Kodak is playing right behind him. By producing some sound, the Noma did expose herself. Very nice kill from Crucio there, but in the end, Aina with a nice reflect takes out Crucio, bringing this match to this round to 1 versus 1 situation. He does spot Tethers playing currently in the cigar lounge piano area, and this way the Twitch does know that the Mute is quite far off. Throws the drone so that her teammates can gather some information. She picks up the diffuser, and she will now go for the defuse. The question is in what extent Tethers is aware of this happening. He is rotating in a very nice way through the washrooms, and now he has made himself towards the freezer area, from where he will need to try to find it. And in that, he does a very nice quad kill there from Tethers. Makes sure he will be able to secure this diffuser, take it out in time, and win this round for his team, putting the score on equal 1-1. So actually, I did do a prediction in the chat. I'm actually very curious to see what you guys predicted. In the end, 5 people casted a vote, for which I'm thankful. 3 people have voted for Molotov Gang UK, Molotov Gang UK, sorry, and 1 person has voted for Kodak. So currently, it is a a 3 versus 2, so slight advantage for MvG there, but it's only a small difference. So I'm very curious to see how this match will turn out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. You can stop worrying about grenades now. Bomb located by attackers.
So after the defenders have managed to secure their first round, they will be going to the kitchen bomb site, which is a very popular bomb site to play on. Likely we'll see we'll see a rotation towards the garage area. This is actually very common. Likely a player will be playing in the Christmas area, as they like to call it, or VIP, with a deployable shield, which would likely be either the smoke or the alibi. 2 ADSs have been placed, so this way they will try to contest this area as long as possible, have a rotation towards the freezer area, and will also try to contest the bakery area at the same time. So quite a big extension throughout almost the entire bottom floor, which will make this a bit more difficult to defend, but at the same time it's a very big extension, which allows them to have a lot of control over various areas, and in that way they do not give the attacking team any room to play with. It's also very strong. So Nomad already very effectively putting her first Nomad trap air jab at the small bakery door towards the red stairs area. This is one that's very difficult to deal with. An explosive is almost necessary to destroy it, and this way the attackers will not need to worry about any flankers. In the end, Aina, the Oza finds the first defending player as Josh taken out the first opening kill to the attacking team, which is Kodak, bringing this round to a 4 vs 5 situation. Currently some droning happening, trying to find the remaining defenders. Also trying to find that electric claw. It's actually a good question where it has been placed. It seems to be hidden quite well. In the end, it's also very Variox with the killer on Hotspur, which is another defender taken out. And we can currently still see the attackers looking for that electric claw. In the end, they somehow have actually managed to find it. I think it's no, they don't have the Twitch. I don't know how they exactly took care of it, but in the end they did manage to find it. So this way the Ace will not be able to go for a reach. This way they will create a new entry point and line of sight towards the bomb site, which will make things very difficult for the defenders still playing here. Feather's currently playing in Freezer, but Crucio is still playing in VIP section, and Jaeger is playing all the way above, so it's very low defense currently at the moment. But still, Crucio managed to make things a little bit more possible for his team as he takes out Variox. But in the meantime, Ace going for the defuse. The smoke getting taken out by the nuke, bringing us down to a 2 vs 4 post-play situation, which will make things very difficult for the defending team. In the end, Crucio finds another Olio with a kill. This might actually be possible. It's now a 2 vs 2 situation, but the time is still working in the disadvantage of the defending team. In the end, Jaeger finds Aina. It's all coming down to Kodak. Kodak is the only attacker alive at the moment. The defenders could go for the defuse if desired, but now Crucio with a perfect cover and a triple kill finds the remaining attacker, meaning that the Jaeger will not be able to go for the defuse. And this round will be won by the defending team, MvG UK, putting the score on 2-1. So currently 2-1 score for MvG in the advantage. I'm actually looking at Liquipedia right now. Unfortunately, no previous matches have been recorded between these two teams. So according to Liquipedia, we cannot see which team is better, which has the advantage. But if I need to trust you guys, it was a 3 vs 2 vote in the prediction. So yeah, meanwhile, I want to show my gratitude to Axia, who is currently live editing on Liquipedia. So if you actually head over to Liquipedia, you will see the score being edited live right now. The operator bands and the map bands already have been edited, which is very nice to see. So this way, even if you're not able to watch the stream, you will still be able to keep up with the current, current score. So after the defenders have managed to win 2 rounds in a row, they will now need to go for another bomb site once more, which in this case will be the very common fireplace library bomb site. An extension to the top floor is almost necessary, especially since the bomb site can be defended from above, but at the same time, in the hands of the attacking team, it can be used against the defending team, making it nearly impossible for defenders to play on site. But at the same time, Oli actually with a very nice spawn pick, Tethers does the same. 2 attackers already taken out very early on, but in the end, Oli does get punished for his spawn pick, gets found, and Tethers also finds the Twitch, which did rush in from the white chest area, which is now also taken off the board. A very explosive start of this round within the first 30 seconds. 4 people already have been taken out. 3 attackers, 1 defender, which is a good thing actually for Team MvG, which is currently already in the lead in terms of score, but also now in man count.
Drone activated.
So currently a 4 versus 2 with only Kodak and Suxty alive in this 4 versus 2 situation. Unfortunately, they have lost their only hard breacher, although luckily for them, hard breaching isn't entirely necessary for this bomb site, which is a good thing, so they will still have some chances here. If they each could find 1 person to take out, it will be a 2-2 equal man count again, which will make things very playable for them. But very effective with his underbarrel shotgun, the skeleton key, using it to open up some of the hatches, creating some extra anti-points, and Mozzie unallowing the Nomad to go for some droning. But in the end, it is the Buck finding the best, which does allow Kodak to go for some further droning to gather some information for him and his teammate to play with. So currently 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. The first attacker, or is actually now retaking control over the map, re-entering the map, as the Twitch was already inside before, but it did get taken out. And now from now on, the attackers can try to find a way in, try to find some defenders. It's a bit more workable for them. In the end, Kodak actually starts out well, finds Tethers, takes him out. It's now a 3 versus 2 situation. Also, the Jaeger that did get found. It's actually a miracle that Suxty did survive this, but in the end, likely Jaeger was completely surprised by this wall being opened right in front of him. And now, at the moment, it's back to a 2 versus 2 situation with both Kodak and Suxty extremely low on HP. That's not very useful for them, but in the end, it is still possible. As long as they have a gun in their hand, they can make themselves useful. So let's see if they will be able to actually clutch this round. It will be very spectacular. So currently we can see Mute playing with his shotgun on the white stairs area, where Crucio's playing towards mining, looking at the red stairs area, hoping to find someone there, or potentially going for a flank. Attackers, however, need to hurry up a little bit. Time is not working in advantage. In the end, the Buck drops the hatch. Very unfortunately for him, Crucio is waiting on the red hallway, finds both of the remaining 2 attackers, takes them out, meaning also this round will be won by the defending team, which is MvG UK, putting the score on 3-1. So currently MvG playing pretty well against Kodak at the moment. Like I already said before, Molotov Gang could really use the points here. They're currently on the shared second spot with Sologenic, where there's just a slight round difference, which does put Molotov Gang on the second spot if the group stages would end right now.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
But as Sologenic also need to play later this week, it will be very important for MvG to make sure they will at least score some points to make their chance to end up in the top 2 for this group a bit more easily. Because in the end, only 2 teams per group will proceed towards the playoffs. So therefore, it's very important to score some of those last points this week. Because this is the last week for the group stages. After this week, there won't be any group stages matches anymore. And therefore, they will need to make sure to score those final points and secure their spot in the playoffs.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Jaeger once again trying to look for actually some spawn picking. He's currently playing on pillar room at the window, hoping for an attacker to expose himself. In the end, he does find Eine. That's the Twitch. A slight bit of damage is done, but the Twitch survives, makes her way towards the building, and escapes the Jaeger. As Finka is banned, there will be no option for the defenders, for the attacking team to actually heal themselves. But Twitch will need to deal with a little bit of damage that has been done to her. Luckily for her, it isn't too much. It is very workable. And from here, she will be able to still work with it. I was about to say, a defender is currently playing downstairs. This is Ollie. He's currently playing at the brown stairs area. As the Yana is likely going to enter from the main stairs, he will be main entrance. He will be able to find her. No, Yana is currently playing in the closet, in the closet. But in the end, she does get found in the back. She will be shot again by the Jaeger. She loses quite a bit of HP, but she's still in play. Variox with a kill there on Tethers. It's the first defender taken out, which is the Mute, and that's by the Yana. So if the Jaeger would have been able to stop her earlier, he would have been able to save his teammate's life. with a very nice attempt. He tries to find Kodak, but no, it's Kodak finding Ollie. Another defender taken out, bringing us round to a 3 versus 5 situation at the moment.
Setting a sequential breach.
So currently at 3 versus 5 with still 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Variox adds another one to the kill count by taking out Crucio from below with a nade, bringing us round to a 2 versus 5 situation, which will make things very difficult for the defending team. Also, the Echo getting in a bit of trouble. As long as the attackers are playing right outside, he will not be able to use his drone in his advantage. In the end, he does get found, does get taken out. Hotspur, however, with a melee kill on Variox. With his mechanical fist, he takes out Diana. But as the diffuser gets planted, it's now a 1 versus 4 situation post-plant, where he needs to hurry. But as the Twitch finds the Hotspur and takes them out, this round will be going to the attacking team, which is Kodak, putting the score on 42. So currently 3-2 score, for which we will now head to the 6th round of this match, the final round before the roll swap. So the final round for MvG UK to play as defender and Kodak to play as an attacker. Because after this round, they will need to switch.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
And for this
attackers.
final defensive round of MvG UK, we'll head back to the ground floor, which they actually did win before, so perhaps they will win it a second time. But at the same time, it's currently Kodak who could really use the round from here. And unfortunately, we see Susty leave the match, but unfortunately, it's already during the preparation phase. I'm not sure. I think that means they will need to play without him, which is very unfortunate for them.
Worrying about grenades now.
Changing mags.
10 seconds left.
Magnet activated.
5 seconds left.
It's currently MvG UK, which actually did pick the defense here, so they're actually doing well on their round, on their
Attackers are
side
heading
pick,
out to defuse a
and
bomb.
making sure they will earn as many rounds as possible from it. So as Susty returns, his team will unfortunately need to work without him, and once again it's a 5 versus 4 situation. Earlier it wasn't the advantage of Kodak, but right now it's the advantage of MvG UK. So we'll see what happens. Kodak will still be able to work with his disadvantage in terms of man count, or will they find a defender early on and equalize things and put a man count on an equal 4 versus 4? The attackers trying to find a way in. We're definitely going for some kind of horizontal approach here. The Ace currently playing outside of garage, where Ace is repelling upside down at the VIP window, where Kodak is joining the Ace, and Variox is trying to contest from the main entrance. A lot of time, however, is being wasted. 1 minute already spent so far, which is a lot of time, and that without any attacker even making his way inside of the building. Twitch now going to drone out things a little bit, trying to find some information, potentially even finding some electronics. Does find the Jaeger ADS, also sees the bulletproof cam. In this way, he will make things a bit more easy for his team. Also finds some Wamai, also takes those out. So Twitch is actually being very effective here. 2 ADSs are currently placed at the Wamai. It would be great for her to actually take those out. So the Yana could potentially go for a nade kill. But first, they will need to find those ADSs, and one Midas, which likely have been placed. In the end, Ollie actually finds Kodak, takes him out. It's now a 5 versus 3 situation in the advantage of MvG. Crucio, however, with a kill there on Aine, and Variox with a kill on Josh. Crucio with another kill on Variox, and now it's all coming down to Paco, the ace. Playing outside of the garage, his position is known. And this is in a 4 versus 1 situation, which will make things very difficult for him. He still has 1 minute and 10 seconds, but it will be very difficult for him to win out this round. He could potentially go for complete rotate. He has the diffuser in hand, so if he actually would find a surprising way in, he could still try to do some damage. But winning the round will be extremely difficult. And in the end, as his position was somewhat known, Tedros actually goes for a pretty nice pick, finds the ace, takes them out, meaning this round will be won by the defending team, which is MvG UK, putting the score on 4-2, with which we will now go to the roll stop, where MvG will now need to attack, and Kodak will need to defend. So currently MvG UK being in a very good position. They have won at least 4 rounds of their first half, for which they did pick the defense as a side pick. So they did do their job. I would always say that like 4 is like an ideal minimal score, where the absolute minimum is like getting 3 rounds
Attackers have
and
located a
equalizing things for the first half. But starting the first half in the lead is always very desirable. And a very, we'll give them a proper amount of space to work with from now on. So now it's up to Kodak to go for the defense. They will also start, actually they will start on the ground floor bomb site, which is the kitchen area. Same kind of setup we're seeing here, again with the rotation there in freezer. Deployable shields being placed, double ADS to support the position, and also what might also be played to further assist if needed. So once again, a very horizontal kind of defensive strategy. I'm very curious to see how MvG will try to attack this bomb site. Will they also go for a vertical kind of attack, just like Kodak did earlier, or will they go for more like a horizontal one? And will they focus on the southern side or the northern side? That's the question here. The attackers are now trying to make their way towards the building. Crucio playing as Jackal, very useful operator on a map like this. There's quite a lot of space to roam, various ways to rotate towards throughout the various bomb sites and floors, and that way the Jackal will be able to find some footprints. If some footprints are found, he knows someone has been in the position, unless a Kavira is in play, but as she doesn't get picked very often, he shouldn't worry too much about her, and especially in this case also. Kodak did not pick her at all, so he will not need to worry at all about her. So it's actually very effective at finding some ground here. No footprints so far. However, the hatch already has been reinforced, and the footprints already have disappeared because that's what they do after some time. So he needs to be a bit careful because there might still be someone around. But as it seems like in our third-person view, there's not a single defender playing upstairs at the moment. So the attackers have complete control over the 2 top floors and will now be able to put some more pressure on the actual bomb site. This will be very useful for them to actually create some verticals right here and there. The sledgehammer is a very useful operator, a very effective operator to do so. With a sledgehammer, he is being able to create various verticals to make it very difficult for the defending team to play on site. He also did find the mute jammer, which would allow Josh to go for a wall breach on the bakery side towards the kitchen, which will make things even more difficult for the defending team and will give the attackers a new line of sight / entry point towards the bomb site. So currently 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Variox actually with the first kill takes out Tethers. That's a sledge off the boards. I'm not quite sure where Variox is playing. He's currently playing in bar. Where did he find that sledge? It seems like he found potentially on the vertical. I'm not entirely sure. Meanwhile, Xisty with a kill on Ollie. Xisty with another kill on Josh. That's 2 attackers taken out. 3 attackers taken out. It's now 1 versus 5 situation with everything coming down to Hotspur in this 1 versus 5 situation. His team is currently in the lead, but if he isn't careful, if he doesn't manage to win this round, it will be a 4 versus 3 score. And therefore, Kodak will be 1 round closer to bringing things back to an equal score of 4-4. In the end, Nomad does find Paco. It's now 1 versus 4 situation, but with only 20 seconds on the clock. There's very limited time for him to work with. It will be very difficult for him to win this round. It's safe to say it will be impossible to win this round, but he can still get some kills off it. It will be nice to actually boost his statistics, as he does find 2 more defenders. It's Aine taken out. Jaeger still being injured. Will he be able to finish the Jaeger? He finds Omai. Will he finish the Jaeger? No, he doesn't. But still, 3 nice kills for him. It would have been a very nice quad kill in the end. But it's this time Kodak winning their first defensive round, putting the score on 4-3. So we actually have some def players leaving the match. So let me just quickly pause. Let's see what's going on. Everyone's leaving. What is going on? Okay, guys, I'll be right back. So to explain you guys what's currently going on, unfortunately there's like an issue with Rainbow Six Siege at the moment. Whenever I'm trying to edit the round history into the match, since there has been a rehost, so I need to set the score to 4-3. But unfortunately, every time I do that, the game crashes. So for that reason, we'll now start the match with a 0-0 score. Please keep in mind that it is actually 4-3. So every time a team scores a point, just in your head or in the chats, just add another point to the actual score so we can keep track of it. But unfortunately, there's no way to make the game actually show the correct score since the game will crash. It has happened a total of 3 times right now. So yeah, we'll need to just figure it out like this. So the players right now are rejoining the match. Hopefully we can resume the match very soon. So my apologies for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience. Okay, so thank you for your patience. Excuse me for the long waiting time. Unfortunately, also one of the MvG players has an overheating PlayStation, and unfortunately, they need to play in a 4 versus 5 right now, which is very unfortunate for them. Of course, like I already explained, the score is currently showing 0-0. Showing 0-0, but of course, behind the scenes, it's actually a 4-3 for MvG at the moment. So 4 for Team Blue and 3 for Team Orange. Kitchen was already played by Team Orange by Kodak, so they will not be able to go there for the until round 3, but they have been informed about this. So the reason why it's currently 0-0, unfortunately, there's a weird issue with Rainbow Six Siege. Whenever you start enter the round history, the game crashes. We tried it a total of 3 times, and unfortunately we couldn't manage to enter the round history. So for this reason, we'll now be starting with a 0-0 score. But behind the scenes, of course, it's actually 4-3. So actually, if you guys will be willing to help out the caster, please just every time a round is finished, change the score in the chat. So 4-3 at the moment, whenever Team Orange wins at a point, or whenever Team Blue wins at a point. So that way I can also keep track of the actual score. So like I said, MvG player unfortunately having overheating issues, so therefore not being able to continue this match. So for this reason, it's now 4 versus 5 for the remaining of this matchup. It's a very unfortunate match. It could already have been over by now, but unfortunately, things are not working in anyone's favor at the moment. Okay, so attackers are now trying to make their way towards the building, looking for a first way in from where they will be able to contest the bomb site. It's a 4 versus 5, but if they would be able to find one defender, they will be able to make things equal again and bring it to a 4 versus 4. But as Various already finds the first attacker, that's the Nuck of the board who is trying to enter in a very sneaky way. This brings the round already back to 3 versus 5 in the advantage of Team Kodak. Meanwhile, also Hotspur gets found and does get taken out. That's the Nomad of the board, taken out by Eine, the mute, bringing this round to 2 versus 5 with Kodak in the lead at the moment. Only trying to contest from the western windows, finding various defenders playing there, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't see anyone at the moment, or at least he doesn't hit the shots. Also Josh dropping down the red hedge, trying to find a position, but no, C4 gets thrown at him from this mute, his second kill, and then Verox, the final kill, meaning this round will be won by the defending team, which is Kodak, putting the score on 4-4. Oh yeah, of course I cannot write it in the chat yet, because then I would spoil things for you, but it currently is a 4-4. I'll just keep tracking it in the Discord chat. That works even better. So after the defenders have managed to win their second defensive round in a row, they will now need to go back to a different bomb site, and in this case, they will go to the Reading Fireplace bomb site. We have seen it being played before by MvG UK. Of course, we did see the extension towards the top floor. Like I said, it's very recommendable and to hold the top floor, since it can be very strong for the defenders, as they can defend the the Reading bomb site from above, and at the same time, if the attackers will be able to get control over this area, then they will be able to contest the bomb site very well and make it almost impossible to play in the Reading area. So once again, to refresh your minds, the score is currently 4-4.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So once again, the the preparation phase now comes to an end. It's now up to the attacking team to approach the building, look for first way in. The spawn peek is happening. Actually, does find Hotspur, does do a bit of damage. A nice kind of way for some payback from Kodak, as MvG did some very nasty and effective spawn peeks earlier this match. So So it's a nice way to try to get some revenge. But in the end, unfortunately for them, they do not manage to get the kill. So Varix actually finds Status only with a double kill on both Ina and Kodak. Paco with a kill there on Josh. It's now a 2 versus 3 in the advantage of the defending team Kodak. But as Hotspur finds Varix, it's now 2 versus 2. Things are now equal. Everything is possible. But as Hotspur gets injured, it's all coming down to Ollie in this 1 versus 2 situation. But as he finds Paco, it's back to 1 versus 1. It's just him versus Xesti. This round is very possible for him. But unfortunately for him, he does not have the diffuser. He already has lost half of his HP. And for that reason, it will be a bit difficult for him to actually clutch this out. Xesti is currently playing on the white stairs area, likely have an idea where Ollie is playing, but Ollie might not know where Xesti is. However, he is looking at the white stairs, so he might have some information from a pre-placed drone, but he's now trying to make his way towards either the defender or towards the diffuser, which would allow him to potentially win this round. So as he makes his way towards the diffuser, he now has control of the diffuser, but the bulletproof cam was placed, which puts a lot of information there for Xesti. However, Xesti gets found, gets damaged quite a lot by Sophia. It's now a 1 versus 1 gunfight. It's just a cat-and-mouse game, which side to pick. And in the end, Sophia decides to use her launcher to actually concuss Xesti, which will make it difficult for Xesti. But in the end, Xesti finds the remaining MvG player, takes him out. That's another win for Kodak, putting the score now on 4-5 in the advantage for Kodak.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb located by attackers.
So for the 4th defensive round of Kodak, they will now actually be able to go back to the kitchen area where they started their defense just right before the rehost happened. So this basically actually... This means they currently have won 3 defensive rounds in a row, meaning they will not be able to go back to the first bomb site. They managed to win it the previous time. Will they win it the second time? Or does MvG, even though it's a 4 versus 5, manage to fight back and put the score again on an equal 5-5? That's the question. It will be nice to see. But it's very unfortunate for MvG here to start with such a disadvantage.
Breaching activated.
So Ace is already using his first A charge to actually get some first control. Ollie, in the meantime, also finding Ina, already taking him out. That's the vigil of the boards. It's a nice opening kill for the attacking team. One less defender, one less roamer to worry about, which will make things a lot more workable for them. Attackers now are trying to find a way inside of the building. It's now an equal man count, but both of the 2 attackers in total already lost a bit of HP. It's not too much. It certainly will not put them in any struggle, but it's still something that you need to keep in mind. Tedder's trying to contest the Jaeger. He will try to throw a nade, but there's no ADS place, and yet he does find the Jaeger, but Jaeger survives the nade as he's playing far enough away. Paco, in the meantime, with a kill on Hotspur. Paco being very low in HP, same goes for Variox, but still, the advantage goes to the defending team at the moment. Paco is able to heal himself using his own healing stations, which put himself almost back at full HP, where the Jaeger is still playing behind that bar at low HP. Paco currently playing Kodak, trying to contest his area, trying to disallow the sledge for getting further control. Where Ollie's playing on the brown stairs area, trying to find the Jaeger, was made very nasty holes through the bar, and it finds the kill. That is really kill there on Paco. It's now 2 versus 3. The sledge unfortunately gets injured and gets finished by Kodak. It's all coming down to Josh in this 1 versus 3 situation, which is very difficult for him. He still has 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock, which is a lot of time to work with. He still could win this round, especially if Kodak decides to play very aggressively. But in the end, Jaeger finds Josh, takes him out. That's another win for Kodak. 4 defensive rounds, 1 in a row by Team Kodak, putting the score currently on 4-6. Match point for Kodak. So now currently Team Kodak on the match point. Very unfortunate for Team MvG. They were in a good track. They started out with a 4-2 score, but unfortunately after the rehost, one of their players is having PS5 overheating issues and therefore can no longer play, which means they will need to play in a 4 versus 5 from now on. So yeah, Kodak currently being in the lead with on the match points.
Attackers have located a bomb.
So currently Kodak on the match point, like I was trying to say, meaning they just need to win one more round to end this match, and already being in a 4 versus 5 situation brings them in a slight advantage for this round. It might be just the end of this matchup, which, yeah, still again is very unfortunate for Team MvG. They will still need to play one more match, if I am saying that correctly. Let me just quickly bring up Group A. Yeah, they will need to play one more match against Sologenic, so there's still a good chance for them to actually score some more points and secure a spot in the playoffs. But it will be a bit more difficult from now on. So currently attackers are trying to make their way towards the building, but already Variox with the first kill. Hotspot taken out. Variox with another kill on Tethers. Oli, however, with a kill on Paco. This is now a 2 versus 4 situation. 2 times as many defenders alive as the Tethers. It's looking very bad for the attacking team at the moment. Very slight chances for them to still win. Tethers already giving up on their match. Very understandable. He must be very frustrated at the moment. Oli, however, with a kill there on Eine, bringing this round to a 2 versus 3 situation, which is still workable, especially with 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. They could still try to do some damage, try to take out some defenders on the go, which would still allow him or give him a chance to still win this round. Josh is thinking to actually go in for a hot breach, using his hard breaching charge, breaching charge to open up the castle barricade, and meanwhile trying to swing in, which would allow him to create a nice surprise and potentially find Variox playing here on the wide hallway. I think Oli is actually going to do the same thing. Yeah, we're going to do simultaneous hard breaching. In the end, no, it's Variox with a knife kill there on Oli. Josh being all alone, getting taken out by Variox. Another round win by the defending team, which is Team Kodak, ending this match with a, let me just quickly peek, 4-7 score. So players are now leaving the match, understandably, because the match is officially over. So I'm just going to pause the timer here, putting the score on MapBan with a 4-7 win for Kodak. So there we go. So like I said, a 4-7 score. Kodak wins this match. Unfortunately, for some reason, once again, the map statistics are not loading. Some weird MapBan bug. It's a day full of bugs, unfortunately, which is very strange to see. But the only thing that matters is, in the meantime, Kodak did win this match with a 4-7 score, meaning they will earn 3 points, are now 100% sure of their spots in the playoffs. The first team to be 100% sure so far, with 9 points, which is very impressive. 3 matches won, all without going to overtime, which means they have secured the maximum points of 9, which is very impressive. So once again, GG to MvG, Molotov gang. They did an absolute good job. We're in the lead for a good amount of time, but unfortunately, the long pause and the issues with the player gave them a bit of an unfair disadvantage. But yeah, still not everything works out, unfortunately. They will still have another chance later this week to play against Sologenic. So if they still will be able to win that match, they will still secure their spot in the playoffs. But if Sologenic actually wins that match, then they will get the spot. So that will be a very interesting match to see. I hope it will be casted. But either way, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for all of your patience. And I hope to see you guys later this week when there will be hopefully some more casted games. So good evening all, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.